Hey, it's a lovely day, isn't it?
Not bad, not bad.
We are now the 8th of October.
Is it the 8th?
It is, and I'm in a jumper and I'm in my new boots.
Those are...
Sorry, you have to say out in the garden, you have to bring a bit of colour, Susan.
I was wondering whether to say elegant. I wasn't sure what word to use.
I'm not sure myself. But hey, what are we planting?
We're planting some tulips. We did some wallflowers before.
Yeah.
Tulips go well with wallflowers, flower at the same time.
Okay.
And
so we have a clip on planting wallflowers.
Yeah.
So anybody looking for that, just look up wallflowers and you'll find it.
So these we're going to put in next to the wallflowers to flower at the same time. And these ones are blue, so there'll be a contrast between the yellowy orange colours of the wallflowers.
So do you put these in between the wallflowers?
No, I tend to plant a portion of wallflowers and then plant these.
Oh, right, okay.
In a group. Now you could sort of intermingle them and all sorts of things, but
right.
You're holding the vital pot.
Oh, am I?
Tulip.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I was going to move it out of the way of the camera.
No, that's the vital pot. The thing about tulips is they don't like heavy, wet soil, and the trick.
Now that must be a big problem in Ireland.
Well, you can have light soil sort of in on the east coast and things, but if you've got a heavy soil inland a bit. The trick is, I'll show you.
What is the trick?
The trick is you make your hole for your tulip bulb.
Now, there's our wallflower beside you. Just you need to show them that because
here.
I wouldn't know that.
There's
only that we did a clip a few minutes ago about a wallflower.
This miserable looking thing here is a wallflower.
Yeah, which is going to be really nice someday. Yeah, next spring apparently.
I'm going to put some tulips and I'm going to run them round the wallflowers.
So you're sort of framing the wallflowers?
Well, yeah, I'm sort of mixing them through them, slightly mixed through them. Make a hole for your tulip bulb.
Here's your sand.
There's my sand.
So you're going to
sand.
Now slowly there, just how much sand are you putting in?
Well, I'm just putting this in and then I'll have another look and see if I put a little bit more in.
Now can the camera see how much sand we have there?
Probably not, but you just want about I suppose half an inch to an inch of sand.
At the bottom of the hole here?
Yeah, it's just to give a little bit of additional drainage so the poor bulb isn't sitting
Now, Susan, before you put it in.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry guys, it's not everybody who knows which end to do because if I was putting that in, I would do it that way.
Upside down, pointy end up.
Pointy end up.
Because you can just about see, can you see here at the bottom? Where roots will come out at the base of the bulb.
Is it that there? Like?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, but it still is confusing. People would think that the roots will come out there. Genuinely. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway.
They come out the bottom.
Okay, the bottom.
Pointy end up.
Yeah.
Into the hole. Now, I'm not going to cover him up yet till I've done some more because otherwise I'll stab him when I go to dig plant the next one. So I'm going to plant him about sort of about 5 inches apart.
So what are you doing there now?
I'm just leaving him uncovered for the moment so as I know exactly where I've put him.
Oh yeah,
so
okay.
It tends to happen.
Then you'd have them all on top of each other.
Well, not so much with tulips as with some smaller bulbs and you plant them close together. Is you go jump, jump, jump and you stab the ones you've already planted.
Okay.
Bit of sand at the bottom.
Yeah.
In goes the tulip.
In goes the tulip. That way up.
Down.
Yeah.
End up.
Okay.
There we are.
There's your second.
And I'm putting them in about...
Yeah, how deep actually?
Some people say twice the depth of the bulb, some people say 4, so...
So are you going deeper than twice the depth?
I'm probably going about 2 to 3 times the depth of the bulb.
Okay, right. Now just...
bit of sand.
Okay, bit of sand. And you don't mix the sand, you leave the sand at the bottom.
Leave the sand at the bottom, that's to just give that little bit of extra drainage so the base of the bulb isn't sitting in
Isn't
water.
it amazing that the sand would actually create that sort of drainage? I think that's gas.
If your soil, now this soil isn't too bad, but it's good to show people if they have, because we have had somebody emailing us asking why their tulip bulbs are rotting.
Why are they rotting?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, a lot of people will think, you know, when you put in something and you say, oh, where is it? Why didn't it come up? Is that because it's rotted?
It could have rotted. The other thing that can happen, don't mention the war, is the mice could come along and eat them.
Oh, wow.
And it's possible if you have a load of grey squirrels in the area, they might come along and dig them up.
Okie dokie.
But
so it's the beasties in the garden yet again.
In the garden again, but
they seem to be. It's really the battle, isn't it?
Oh, but that's the fun of it. You never know who's going to win the war.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I'd say with you, Susan. I'd say Susan's going to win the war.
Well, sometimes you have to fight dirty.
Yeah, you do. True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soil is quite loose there,
The
isn't
soil
it?
is quite loose here.
Is that
but
a good
probably-
sign?
Yeah, there wouldn't be, we'll firm these in now when we plant them, but there wouldn't be much trouble with this actual soil, but if you're a very heavy wet clay soil, you would need to do something like this underneath them.
Right.
Gosh, here.
Oh, there'd be huge big bits of bark and all that sort of
sorts
stuff.
of stuff,
Yeah. Okie doke.
Now, let's hope these little fellas get going. And what you can do too is you can get there is a specific, well I suppose it's almost a marketing ploy, a specific bulb fertilizer, and you can put a little pinch in with each bulb.
Right.
Or what
Do
you
you
can
need to do that? I mean, that's extra expense for people.
It's extra expense, but if you're putting bulbs in, especially if you're putting a huge bed of daffs in, you want them there permanently. It's quite a good idea to feed them when they finish flowering next year.
To feed them when they finish flowering next year, and how do you do that?
Because you'd use a little bit of granular fertilizer or something.
And you just stick it into the
No,
area?
you just sprinkle it around where the bulbs are.
Oh, right, okay.
Now that actually feeds the foliage,
Right.
which when the foliage dies down, the energy is going back into the bulb
Right.
to flower the following year.
Okay, okay. I mean, I suppose there's a bit of sense in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of salt and pepper, and whoops.
I'd say a lot of people out there are saying, and look, Catherine's standing there doing nothing.
Oh well, I'm used to it at this stage. This is instead of me going to the gym.
Yeah, listen, you've said it, Susan.
Okay, there we are. Cover it up.
Right. Cover it all up,
Cover it up,
and you'll get your nice way of...
and you get your nice tulips along with your wallflowers.
Right. So here's your tulip area,
Yeah.
and there's your wallflower
No,
area
no.
over there.
Gently.
Now you just gently pat on that.
I just gently pat it on. So I mean,
Right.
if the ground was very wet, which you probably wouldn't be planting as very wet, but if you're planting very wet ground, don't press things in too hard, because you make the soil set like cement,
Okay.
especially if it's a clay soil.
Okay.
This has got plenty of old spent compost and things. through
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
there are
then,
your
and
tulips.
when will these tulips come up?
May. They'll be flowering May.
Oh, May.
Oh yeah.
So why do
long
we
wait.
see tulips in April and March?
There are earlier varieties, but a lot of them will have been forced for selling.
Oh, right. So
You mean
a
in the
natural
flower
tulip.
shops?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, if growing in the garden, do they not come up earlier than May?
No, generally you're talking about they come after the daffs, really. But you can get
right.
early tulips mid-season and late. These are late. The
These
ones
are
that
late.
flower along with the wallflowers.
Oh, right.
Here
Okay.
you
Bit
are.
of planning
Here you are,
needed.
hanging on to my last bulb there.
So
Now I'll have to take a stab at going somewhere where I haven't been.
yeah.
Okay.
Great.
There he
In
goes.
it goes. Cover it up. And Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle.
There'll be a lovely display here
Yep.
in May of next year.
Yep.